Hello students, today in this session let us discuss about the second type of problems. In the previous session we have seen the type 1 problems where we have proved the given function was analytic and we have found the derivative of that function. So here let us see the second set of problems and what are those second set of problems are. So here we are going to construct the analytic function f of z when u r v is being given. So it means that a real part will be given and we need to find what is f of z is. Our imaginary part will be given and we need to find what is f of z is. So in order to do that we have to follow a working rule. So what is the working rule says here is. So as a step 1 you have to given u r v as a function of x and y. So it has been given for us and we have to find derivatives of u with respect to x and with respect to y. So that is find ux, uy, or if v has been given, find vx, vy. And consider f dash of z is equal to ux plus I vx. So this is the result which we have obtained during while proving the CR equation, and that result will make use here in order to construct the analytic function. So similarly, if u or v as a function of r and theta, so the step 1 here, the whatever I have told till now is for the Cartesian form. So if it is given in the polar form, u or v as a function of r and theta, then the given u or v must be differentiated with respect to r and theta, and that is u r, u theta, v r and v theta. So the once we found that, consider our f dash of z as e to the power of minus I theta u r plus I v r. So remember here f dash of z is equal to ux plus I vx if the given equation is in the Cartesian form, and the same f dash of z in polar form is e to the power of minus I theta u r plus I v r. So need to remember this difference between Cartesian form expression and the polar form expression. So that is our step 1. And step 2 is if given u, then replace vx. So all the derivatives of v must be replaced to all the derivatives with respect to u. So if vx is there, then by using the CR equation, vx is equal to minus uy, convert the derivatives v with respect to x to u with respect to y. R similarly, if u has been given and we have found u r and v r, so here Vr must be replaced by minus 1 by r into u theta. That is a CR equation in polar form. So by using this, everything in the given problem and after the differentiation, whatever the result we had, everything will be in terms of u or everything will be in terms of v. So that is the intention behind doing this step 2. And similarly, like if v is being given, then replace ux by vy and ur by 1 by r into v theta. So that is again by using the CR equations. So once after doing this, that is our step 2. And step 3 would be put x is equal to z and y is equal to 0 in the Cartesian form. So here Milne-Thomson coefficient, that is x is equal to z is, and we are going to use it in Cartesian form, x is equal to z and y is equal to 0. And if the polar form has been given, you are going to substitute r is equal to z and theta is equal to 0. So whichever the form has been given, accordingly we have to use the suitable substitution. So once we do that, step 4 would be, the next step is integrate the resulting expression with respect to z and get f of z. So that is our procedure that we need to follow to construct an analytic function when real or imaginary part has been given. So let us see a few examples and you can understand the procedure in a better way. So find the analytic function. Let us see the first problem. Find the analytic function whose real part is u is equal to log of x square plus y square under the square root. So let us look at the problem, understand the problem statement. You need to find the analytic function. Analytic function is f of z and only real part has been given for us, that is u has been given for us. So now let us do the solution. Given u is equal to log of x square plus y square under the square root. So this is our given function And as it is, if we keep, it becomes little difficult for us to differentiate because square root is there. So what we can do is we can write that as log of x square plus y square to the power of half. So once we do that, differentiation can be easier for us. So u is equal to, by using the properties of logarithm, we can write it as half into log of x square plus y square, because we know log x square is equal to log x to the power of m is equal to m log x. So we are using this property of logarithms. So now, since u has been given for us, it is our responsibility or it is our duty, as according to the working rule, you have to find the derivatives of u with respect to x and y. So find ux. Ux is differentiation of u partially with respect to x. So it is half into the 1 by x square plus y square. Differentiation of log of x square plus y square is 1 by x square plus y square, and differentiation of the denominator is 2x, because differentiation is done with respect to x. So when we simplify, we get ux is equal to x divided by x square plus y square. Similarly, differentiate u with respect to y partially. So we get half into 1 by x square plus y square into 2y. So on simplifying, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. We get uy is equal to y divided by x square plus y square. So we have found the derivatives of u with respect to x and y. So now we need to take f dash of z. So consider our f dash of z. In the working rule, I told you clearly when Cartesian form to be used and which form of polar is to be used. So f dash of z is ux plus I vx. So vx can be replaced because we doesn't have any expression for v, because u was given and we have u with respect to x and u with respect to y expressions we have. Whereas vx, we doesn't have any data. So what do we do is we are going to convert this vx as minus uy by using CR equations. So CR equation says that vx is equal to minus uy. By using that, we can do this. And therefore, our f dash of z, is ux plus I uy. And f dash of z, substitute for ux and vx. So ux and uy, so it is x by x square plus y square minus I into y by x square plus y square. The next step is, according to the working rule, the next step is put x is equal to z and y is equal to 0. So it implies that f dash of z is equal to, wherever you have x, replace it by z, and wherever you have y, replace it by 0. So we get this expression, and on simplifying, we get f dash of z is equal to 1 by z. So on integrating with respect to z, we get f of z is equal to integration of 1 by z into dz plus c. And integration of 1 by z is log z. So that is our f of z. So it was given u and it was asked us to find f of z, that is analytic function. Analytic function here is log z. So determine the second, let us see the another example. Determine the analytic function whose real part is sine 2x divided by cos 2y minus cos 2x, and also find the imaginary part. So here this problem need to be solved in two parts. It has to be solved in two parts. Like one, you have to find the analytic function. The other one is you have to find the imaginary part also. So consider, since the real part has been given, you can take it as u, which is equal to sine 2x by cos hyperbolic 2y minus cos 2x. So as it is, according to the working rule, find ux and uy. So to find the derivatives, you have to use the quotient rule, that is u by v formula. U by v formula, according to and differentiation of that, we get 2 times of cos 2x. And whenever we differentiate partially with respect to x, y terms can be treated as constant. So with that, ux and uy expressions are this. And now consider suitable expression for f dash of z. Since the given problem is in Cartesian form, f dash of z is equal to ux plus I vx. And vx can be replaced as minus uy by using the CR equation. Therefore, f dash of z is equal to ux minus I uy. So now substitute for ux and uy. On substituting for ux and uy, you get this expression. And next step is put x is equal to z and y is equal to 0. So on substituting x is equal to z and y is equal to 0, we get this expression. And next step would be, we are going to simplify that, and 2 cos 2z minus 2 by 1 minus cos 2z the whole square, which is nothing but 2 can be taken it out in a common term in the numerator, which gives this result. and f dash of z is equal to minus 2 divided by 1 plus cos 2z. So minus 2 divided by 1 plus cos 2z can be written as 2 sine square z. So 2 and 2 gets 1 minus cos 2z is sine square z. So f dash of z is equal to so yeah, 1 minus cos 2z is 2 sine square z. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So we have only minus 1 by z sine square z, and 1 by sine is nothing but cosecant. So we get f dash of z is equal to minus cosecant square z. So on integration, f dash of z we have, but we need f of z. So derivative must be eliminated. In order to eliminate the derivative, you have to integrate it. So on integrating this expression, we get f of z is equal to integral of minus cosecant square z dz. So integration of cosecant minus cosecant square is cot. Therefore, f of z is equal to cot z plus c. So this is our f of z. But still the problem has been not completely solved. There is another part. It was asked us to find the imaginary part also. The real part was given. It was asked us to construct f of z and find the imaginary part. So given f of z is whatever we found now is cot z, and substitute f of z as u plus iv and z as x plus iy. So cot is nothing but cos by sine, and in the numerator it is in the form of cos of a plus b. So and the denominator is in the form of sine of a plus b. So what we can do is either you can expand it by using cos of a plus b and sine of a plus b, or you can take the conjugate, the rationalize the denominator. So multiply and divide by sine x minus iy, sine x minus iy. So now you can look at the numerator. It is in the form of cos a sine b. So which is half into sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b. Using that formula, we'll get half into sine of x minus iy plus x plus iy plus sine of x plus iy minus x plus iy. And the denominator again sine a into sine b, which gives us half into cos of a minus b minus cos of a plus b. So on simplifying this, we get sine 2x. So here whatever you have, you can simplify this, you can simplify this, you can simplify, and this you can simplify. So we get sine 2x plus sine of plus 2iy, and denominator gives us cos of 2iy minus cos 2x. So u plus iy results in sine 2x plus I sine hyperbolic 2y divided by cos hyperbolic 2y minus cos 2x. So that is our u plus iv. But we need only v. U has been given. So you can segregate the real and imaginary part. So on segregation, you get this expression. And u here is sine 2x by cos 2y minus cos 2z, which is our given expression. And this is our imaginary part which we wanted to find. So since this is correct, we can understand that this whatever we have found is also right. So this is how you need to work out the problems. So hope you understood. Let us look at another problem. Construct the analytic function whose real part is r square cos 2 theta. This is a polar form. That is the function has been given in the form of a real part. Real part is u is given as a function of r and theta. So given u is equal to r square cos 2 theta. Find u r u theta. And f dash of z is e to the power of minus I theta ur plus ivr as said in the working rule. So rvr is equal to minus u theta. Why? Because u has been given. This v doesn't have any data, so that vr we are going to convert in terms of u theta, and therefore vr is equal to minus 1 by r into u theta. So vr is equal to this on substituting everything, and on simplifying we get 2r sine theta. Vr is equal to 2r sine 2 theta. And therefore f dash of z is equal to e to the power of minus I theta 2r cos 2 theta minus plus I 2r sine 2 theta. So now you need to substitute r is equal to z and theta is equal to 0. So f dash of z becomes this, and on simplifying we get f dash of z is equal to 2z. But we need to find f of z. So integrate it. On integration we get z square plus c. So it was asked us to find the analytic function alone, so we have done that. So this is how you need to work out the problems based on category and what has been asked you to find. So thank you.